on many of the maps can be broken by a simple punch from some of the weaker melee characters.
Yeah,
so.
except for the part that like curves down into the floor. Those are invincible.
Yeah, no matter how many times you try to break them, it's not going to happen.
Oh, Adam right away back on that Symmetra again.
Look, I mean, if it works for you once, you know, drop it out again.
Well, this has always been a great map for Symmetra, so no real shock there to see him pick that.
Yeah, and in the previous promotion series that we had, of course, for Challenger.
Flashback.
Yeah. Remember when this happened?
Yep.
That was cool.
Yeah, sure. Killed a lot of guys.
But, you know, in the previous, you know, promotion series we had here at OGN, it was really hit or miss, the Symmetra picks here.
Yeah,
and, you know, the team that picked it often lost. Well, we'll see if Cloud9 can make it happen.
A Barochi on the Zenyatta, too. And I love the Zenyatta on this map. You have a lot of good firing lines. You can even do things like charge up the right click and just throw it down that corridor right there because the Symmetras like to hang out there and you can get a lucky kill once in a while. But the ability to assault with the Transcendence, too, on point B is really useful. So, see how it goes. He's already dead, so, you know, forget everything I just said. Sometimes Zenyatta just dies.
He has a low health pool.
I'm a Zenyatta main, too, so I'm totally biased.
Well, you know, the other thing, too, is on attack, on Hanamura, there's not a long run back, so you don't really need the speed boost as much, so that's a trade-off that you're not really missing. When you go into point B, though,
point A,
yeah. When you go to point B, it's definitely a bigger opportunity cost when you pick the Zenyatta here. And so far, just picking off that Reinhardt shield, and Conbox unable to make anything happen, which is good for Adam, who's now 76% of that shield generator is likely going to be the choice.
He's built that really, really fast, but frankly, it's hard to avoid those right clicks, and that's where you're going to get most of that charge as Symmetra. Conbox moving in now, trying to move around the side. Oh, but there's a hook. Yeah, they brought in Gamsu, and that is tragic to lose a Reinhardt like that. They're going to go through with the push, but they've already lost two. I mean, now you just kind of wipe it, move on to the next one. Yeah, I think everybody's going to take a dive pretty soon here.
This is the end of the push. Even Liz is just going to take the fast lane back to the base.
Yeah.
Drop it off the side there.
Taking the death taxi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that one. Now Adam drops down the shield generator. You can make an argument for teleporter on this map because of the long walk back on the defense for point A, but this is great, of course, for their health pools, and Conbox hasn't even really built that many ults. They've been able to do almost quite literally nothing so far as Myungwoo switches over to the Reaper here.
Yeah.
Liz now on this Mei. They're going to attempt to do something here with this ice wall.
Yep. Funneling into the right side like you see people do quite a bit with the Mei.
They have good position now. This is their opportunity. We'll see if they can make this happen. Cloud9 reacting very quickly. Missed hook there.
Yeah.
Just no ults really for Conbox. That's my concern. They're not building anything. They're doing no damage.
Well, they're also kind of looking for that shield generator too. Sometimes the Symmetras put it back in here. Kind of a dangerous place to put it, but you do see it every once in a while. Coming in again, trying to split up the team. They did manage to nearly get Rib. Yeah, actually, but no. Cloud9 fighting back. Rib just fine, guys. It's actually Conbox that's dying. Mendo has attack visor, has a nano boost, and that's going to be another easy defense. And that was a long setup to get Conbox Spirit there, and it didn't pay off.
It's really reminiscent of what we saw them do previously on Hollywood. You know, take the long road. As we're going to see a splashback of Mendo just trashing on everybody here, but you take the long road as 6. It's insanely predictable. You give so much time for your opponents to set up. They already have the shield generator. They have more ults than you because you've done no damage. It just feels desperate. Oh God.
Dear.
Oh, it's quite literally gods, I should say, as he just gets the clean up here.
He gets 4 with that whole hog, man. That might be enough to get play of the game. Who knows? But Conbox Spirit, you know, what I'd like to see from them is more aggression. I mean, we saw on Tuesday Korean teams that really like to dive, that really like to be super aggro. And Cloud9, their defense is so staunch right now that I think you need to get a little bit more active if you're going to have any chance. You can't do these long setups.
They're going to try this again, and they have 35 seconds, so if this doesn't work, it's going to be a full hold.
This is the last push, man.
And when you have 6 together like this in choke points, that makes this Earthshatter so powerful.
Oh, no. Twilight down and out already. They're going to take out Liz, too, and this push is gone, and I think so are Conbox Spirit's hope of even taking point A here.
This is just so desperate. Now everyone's caught. No one can retreat. They can't reset it for another push. This is going to be the last one they've got.
Trap, man.
They're stuck here.
They're trapped like a bunch of heroes in a wooden house.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, dear. The unkillable turret. Gamsu, no. Surefour finishes him off, but it is not looking good for Conbox.
Yeah,
Mendo with the cleanup.
This is almost, I don't.
Well,
there are very few kills at all on the side of Conbox for this one.
For whom the bell tolls, time is up, and that bell was ringing the whole time, man. Cloud9 with an easy full hold.
Well, I think what we've seen in this series alone is Cloud9's ability to use Symmetra to great effect, get an early shield generator, and then patiently defend with ult efficiency there. And also Conbox's attempt to do sneaky plays, you know, like it feels like every push is a gimmick. There's no pick potential. There's no, you know, the aggression you're talking about. No one's trying to get a pick. No one's trying to split off to get a kill on the side so that then they can move together as a group with something like this. It feels like every push is a scheme, and Cloud9 knows the scheme and they know the gig.
They definitely do, man. I feel like too a lot of Conbox Spirit's pushes are pushes that look like they should be done with like 3 or 4 ults ready to go. You know, it's like they're setting up for this big wombo combo, but they just don't have it yet. So everyone just kind of jumps down, and they're like, all right, we're here. Now we got to outplay him, except
we have no ults, and we didn't do any damage earlier.
And the other team has Mendo, Gods, and Surefour on it, so good luck.
They didn't have sound barrier to go with that. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, I don't want to be too critical, but against Cloud9's playstyle, this just doesn't seem to be an effective style.
Yeah. I think we're definitely seeing a bit more separation in terms of team ability between these two teams than we saw on Tuesday in our matches then. And, you know, it's like I mentioned going into this one, this is one that Conbox Spirit absolutely needed to win because they, as an organization, albeit small sample size, but they have yet to win an escort map in Apex. So if they lose this one, it's going to be rough.
Well, I mean, for Conbox here, they're going to run this this defense with as standard as you can get Korea meta. You know, the Soldier with the triple tank, the Ana and the Lucio. They have Sleepy Bear on the Zarya. We sometimes do see. Oh God, just like
oh, that face.
That was. I mean, he just this Cloud9 just knows what to do on camera. We sometimes see Korean teams running the defensive Mei here as well. It's going to be missed as they're trying to use the Zarya ult in this choke point. Cloud9 pushing in strong. Mendo gets in already. It's going to be a thorn in the side of Conbox here, quite literally on the side.
All right, biding his time, trying to find a victim here, building up that ult a little bit more. And oh, there goes Reinhardt. All right, see ya. Gods pushing in with the rest of Cloud9, being super aggressive. See, this is the kind of thing I wanted to see out of Conbox Spirit. This aggression working so far. Spirit way on the defensive now. Mendo on the side, making sure that they're paying for it with the flank. And whoa, Spirit goes flying.
Yeah,
I think they're in a lot of trouble. There goes Twilight. Yeah,
Mendo's
this
now
one
free.
may be over already.
He's free to just do whatever he wants, and this is a very potential quick here. Look, he's got Pulse Bomb. There's the stick onto Liz.
All right,
gonna take Myunghoon down, and I think that's all she wrote, Doa.
I agree. Surefour gets the Nana boost for funsies, and GG, Cloud9 crushes Hanamura.
Wow, and as you said, now this puts a very, very scary position into the hands of Conbox now, as they have never won an escort map in their history, and they're going to have to do it for the first time ever.
Well, Wolf, I think Cloud9 gets it this match. I think they have pretty much figured out Conbox Spirit, but you know, more than anything, I just want to see some life from Conbox Spirit, right? I want to see some sort of aggression. They've just kind of been meandering their way into points and just hoping for the best. That's not working. You
may get what you wish for here, as they are running the Dive, Winston, Tracer, Genji comp, this time with the Zenyatta instead of the Ana.
And I gotta say, I'm surprised. All right, oh, and this was a beautiful play way back when Myunghoon on the Genji reflected the Zarya ult and set up that pulse bomb by Liz. One of the highlights of Apex Season 1 easily, man. That was a great play, but things not going quite as well for Conbox this time around. Going back to the composition that you mentioned, Wolf, I'm a little bit surprised, honestly, that we haven't seen them do something like this a little bit more often, because Gamsu, traditionally, you know, we've heard he prefers to play the Winston. So the fact that this is kind of the first time we're seeing it is a little bit surprising.
So with the Mercy pick here from Adam too, it's a little bit less standard. They're gonna cut the Lucio out entirely. Not gonna be running Symmetra here on the defense, because the point kind of pushes forward. Your turrets don't get as much value. You're not necessarily gonna get a good shield generator or a teleporter, depending on how well Conbox does.
Yeah.
But not doing it with a Pharaoh, just kind of looking for perhaps even the extra damage that Mercy's gonna provide Mendo on the high ground going around this corner.
See, you've got the dive to get up on top of Big Earls and try to displace the defense. We'll see how well it goes.
All right, Liz here on the Tracer. We saw that highlight clip earlier, see if we can make this happen. Just kind of scouting things out for the time being. Not going to attempt to flank yet.
Here we go. There's a dive trying to get in the back lines on the support. Mendo goes down immediately. That's a good start. Oh, hook on to Myunghoon though. Cloud9 tying up the kills for the moment. And Liz fighting back, just trying to keep that payload going. Gamsu takes out Rib, and that was a successful attack. So I think Cloud9 got a little bit surprised there. Don't think they were expecting the dive, and why would they? They haven't seen it all. Yeah, this map.
One of the reasons why one of the reasons why the Tracer is so successful here is you end up with a situation where suddenly the Genji comes in and you're focusing everything on him. You use two characters zipping around during that disruption with the commit with the Winston jumping up as well. That's when Tracer really shines. So that was good patience there by Liz to come in only at the end. Pulse Bomb nearly ready. And this push, they got it around the corner quite early. They're nearly on that first point. They're going to actually wait for some ults here before they commit. It looks like you're just trying to build this up now.
Yep. Myunghoon moving to flex as we saw in that opening interview, but still very comfortable on the Genji, as he would normally be. Oh, there's a hook though, and that's not comfortable for anybody. Twilight did kill Rib though, so Cloud9 without their Reinhardt at the moment. Mendo having to fend off the Diva, and here comes Gamsu with that primal rage. Looking for the kill now onto Twilight. Twilight did pop the Transcendence. It's over now. Conbox still pushing forward. There's the self-destruct. No kills from that. Gamsu does take out Wolf, and Liz manages to pick one out too. So God's very low after that ole hog, and he is not going to survive. Looks like Conbox may be able to finish off point A here.
I like Adam switching to the Lucio here. They're going to be able to get back into position faster with the sound boost, the speed boost. And, we saw him trying to boost Mendo there. Mendo didn't actually get to pair that with his tack visor, unfortunately. But I like the switch here. I think it's better suited for a Lucio right now. But I like the creativity, and it nearly worked for them.
I mean, Adam has a long history way back when in Overwatch of playing a ton of Mercy. That's kind of what he was known for at first. And so it was cool to see them try it, and you can kind of run that once in a while if you're very confident in your fighting ability, which why wouldn't they be? But it didn't work out. Meanwhile, Surefour with the Graviton Surge. Oh, never mind. That was a big bang coming in from Conbox, and they're going to keep this payload moving, it looks like.
Yeah, could have potentially be a bit of a reflect there. Didn't quite catch it, but it didn't look like it was very effective. He got stuck there, got taken out, and Conbox is looking really strong on this escort map despite their previous history. It's been a great start for them. Let's watch this again. This is actually a reflect.
Oh, you're right. It was another one. Well,
it's hard to see these, right? Yeah, there's a perfect reflect right there. Yeah. Well, and then he gets his own. He gets the perfect Graviton Surge into the Dragon Blade without even having a Zarya on his team.
No, we didn't have Genji's view the first time around, but that was a good one. And that's the second time now that Conbox has done that. Roll finally gets a bit of revenge onto Myunghoon there.
Ooh, Surefour getting taken out there. Nearly got the pick onto Liz beforehand, though. It's incredible accuracy there on these hit scans he's playing. Yeah. Mendo with the Pulse Bomb here looking for a pick. But this is a strong push. I mean, Cloud9 needs to regroup here as they're all kind of trickling in piece by piece. As Mendo here does alone, looking for that Pulse Bomb, dies. It's going to be potentially just a quick second cap here.
A little bit of desperation, actually, coming in from Cloud9, and that results in some split spawns of their players. And now they have to set up the defense at the final point. So this is the most success that Conbox has had since the first map of the match. Uh-oh.
Pulse Bomb here, not going to find any kills.
They'll live. Conbox has a good amount of ults here as they push forward.
Cloud9 has their own Pulse Bomb. They have Whole Hog. They're about to have Nano Boost. God's getting some good hooks here. Unfortunately, though, not able to get the picks, not able to get the kills, even with the heal deny there.
Yeah, but this last part of Route 66 is really hard to finish. So if they're going to hold anywhere, it's going to be here. Myunghoon's got that Dragon Blade ready to go. Sets up the reflect. Twilight with the kill onto Rib. Myunghoon turning around, getting into the backlines, being very annoying to Cloud9 right now.
They didn't pair the Nano Boost with the Dragon Blade, but they can pair it with a Sound Barrier going forward here. But they're going to have to wait and set up for that as Rib nearly has that important Earth Shatter. Forgot the name there for a moment. Yep. They have a lot of ults. I mean, Conbox could try to wipe and then nearly finish with a good pairing of this. They have Sleepy Bear's self-destruct to help zone and set up everything else they're going for. And here it comes, sending it in right away. No picks, but this is the opportunity they have, pushing everyone away.
Sound barrier for Cloud9 as they try to stay alive and push back Spirit, and it looks like it's going to work out. 2 kills already. Gamsu maybe not going to last too much longer on that Reinhardt. Gets healed up. There's a Pulse Bomb. There's the kill onto Gamsu. Mendo finally finds one. A hook onto Sleepy Bear. Meanwhile, they're going to pop him out of the mech. And Cloud9 holding strong.
This is great for Cloud9. So many ults used for Conbox for very little gain.
Yeah.
Good defensive engage. Z-Bear going to go ahead and switch here to get his mech back. Actually going to commit to the Zarya, in fact.
All right.
Oh, they're going to switch heroes off there. Okay. So Z-Bear now into the Zarya. Myunghoon taking up his D.Va, and he has historically been the D.Va player for Conbox, so this makes sense in this series there, that is to say. Pushing forward now here. Gods looking for another hook. He's been really on point on this map on the defense. Wait for the time being. And this is not gaining any ground here. The momentum we saw from Conbox at the beginning is so difficult to maintain here, as you mentioned. Here's a self-destruct coming out.
Yeah, does he get anybody? Not quite. Only 1 minute remaining now for T6, and Mendo takes out Myunghoon. Didn't get back into the mech after he used the ultimate. And Ol Hog just continuing to give Cloud9 a little bit more breathing room here.
48 seconds to go.
Yep.
And really all they've got to use right now is the sound barrier. And they're not going to be able to pair that with a Genji, for example. Liz has had these crazy moments, though, on the Reaper where he gets the Blossom right afterwards from a few kills paired with that sound barrier. So we'll see if he looks for that.
Yeah, big push coming in from Conbox Spirit right now. At least it looks like it with that sound barrier. They're moving onto the payload. Mendo looking for a target. Oh, he manages to find Twilight. Nice pick there with the Pulse Bomb. And again, Conbox, without that Ana, is going to be in big trouble.
Good denial here on Liz's positioning as well. He's not going to be able to get the Death Blossom off right now. He does get it, as I mentioned, but not able to use it yet.
And they just don't have the sustain without the Ana to push hard. Cloud9 can give a little bit of ground, and there's only a couple seconds left. Taking the payload the rest of the way is going to be very tough. All
right, they've got a lot of ults now. They have the Earth Shatter. They do have the Beyblade potential here as well with the Nano Boost and this Death Blossom. They're going to try to go for it, but he gets hooked! Oh, denied!
Not working out at all. Gods with a crucial pick there.
That was exactly what they were looking for. They were looking for that. Beyblade got denied. We see the self-destruct come out here. This push continues, though.
Yeah, the payload's still moving. Somebody's got to get there. Rib hits the Earth Shatter, but doesn't really connect with anyone. There's a sound barrier for Cloud9. Suddenly, this has gotten a little bit closer than I think they would have liked. Sleepy Bear on top of the payload now. There's a Graviton Surge. Can they win the fight? If they can get a big set of kills here, they can maybe get the payload there, but no, the respawn's coming in. Gods is back. Big Earth Shatter comes from Gamsu, though. Gods down once again. Couple evasive members.
Oh, Surefour delaying
Conbox
so well with that D.Va there.
Oh, this payload, though. Mendo still staying alive for the moment. Here comes Adam. Everybody's back now. And what a brawl at the very end of this offensive round for Conbox Spirit.
The longer this goes on, the better it is for Cloud9, though, as they get their respawns. But Conbox is actually trading really well. Denial here by Gods using that Ice Block. Here comes in the Winston. They're actually trying to force this. They keep getting consistent kills.
They're doing everything they can right now. Twilight even on the Genji. Things have gone completely insane. And they get it! What a reflect! And that is enough. How in the world did Spirit finish that round?
Conbox with a strong finishing push there. And need I remind everyone, that was with Surefour getting 2 kills off of his self-destruct before this happened. They were still able to buy enough time on the overtime to get a 6-man together.
Wow.
Also, Death Blossom, Beyblade denied by Gods, and still they made it work. Very impressive synergy there. And that's got to be a good feeling right now for Conbox, because they were looking down and out. They were looking like they lost all their momentum. And even though winning that on overtime has got to make them feel really good.
No kidding. It's a big morale booster at a time where Conbox Spirit could really use it. And now Cloud9 has got to finish a really tough map to finish offensively if they want to tie and put us into time bank.
All right, let's take a look at these comps. Looks like Conbox is just going to stick with really the standard Korea soloed soldier DPS, and Cloud9 is going to also do their variation of the dive without the Winston, assuming they don't change this.
Yeah, well, it works a little bit different too, because you can get the Genji and the Tracer into the back lines around the flanks, while you kind of safely push the payload ahead with Reinhardt and that shield. So we'll see how well Gods and Mendo do with their job of flanking. But what a turnaround, though.
Oh, I mean, that was a treat to watch.
Yeah.
And on both sides, honestly. Surefour's delay tactics there with the D.Va actually gave Cloud9 another opportunity to defend, which is why that became so amazing and epic there. Dodging so many shots. You saw that one clip of him just zipping around. with little to no health left. As Operachi is showing us just how good of a Lucio player he is, going high up on that wall.
Yep, just hang out there as long as he wants. Well, until he gets sniped anyway, so probably good to come down now.
Time to come down, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say so. All right, here we go. Cloud9 on the offense. Big Earl's, of course, the setup for Conbox T6. Everybody on top of there. Gods comes in from the side. A little bit more damage. Nice dash through everyone.
Yeah,
and just to avoid the hook, too.
Yeah, pick up some of that heal, or rather, excuse me, the ult, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, Mendo really doing a ton of damage to Sleepy Bear here. Avoids the hook, too. Biotic Grenade causing trouble, but they're going to get him, I think, with a right click in the end there. And Cloud9 going to continue to push forward. Conbox Spirit having to fall back.
Despite the pick on Mendo, I really think he was the one that allowed this to all happen. He did so much damage.
Well,
and
while
Cloud9,
yeah.
I would just say Cloud9 is finding so much more success with this Tracer Genji combo so far.
I think you're right, man. I mean, Mendo was such a distraction that the rest of the team was able to just pick up the kills they needed.
Yeah, did so much damage and also allowed that heal deny to connect.
There we go, Sleepy Bear coming down. Oh, he's going to take a nap as he falls, though.
Literal Sleepy Bear at this moment in time.
I know, right? Sleeping Bear. Going with the kill, though, onto Rib. And
Mendo is on fire.
Yeah, he is starting to look a bit unstoppable here. And
Oh,
Cloud9, man, if they keep this up, they are going to have a pretty healthy time bank, and that is a big concern for Conbox Spirit to finish their round in overtime.
You talked about the challenges of getting that third point with this much bonus time to work on off point 1 alone, 4 minutes plus. This is looking great for them so far. Gods already has his Dragon Blade ready. Surefour going to have the Graviton Surge soon.
Yep, Wolf's got the nano boost now. There we go.
There you go. Got it in there.
Yep.
And
So 99.
so right now, Conbox needs to be careful. They need to be aware of all these ults here. If they get wiped again, they might just find themselves with a crazy timing against them on the second point, heading towards the third. Surefour has that Graviton Surge now.
Oh, they're going in, and actually Gods pulls up the Dragon Blade, gets a nano boost. Oh, but he gets hooked by Sleepy Bear, who has been so good with those Roadhog hooks this game. Negating a little bit of that from Gods. They did lose him. Twilight went down as well. And Cloud9 having to scatter a little bit as Liz looks for targets here with the tactical visor. Oh, there goes Rolf. And yep, time for Cloud9 to regroup.
This will be a stop push for now. Nice pick onto Surefour. Going to stagger those respawns a little bit better. That's actually quite important for him to get that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. You still can't deny this has been a strong push so
They are
far.
back, man. Wow, not enough members of Spirit around to keep the payload from starting to move again. Oh, man, be careful. Twilight was really ready for him there.
Twilight's with super good accuracy. I like Twilight and Sleepy Bear impressing me the most today on the side of Conbox with their accuracy and also just their target of choice, especially for Sleepy Bear. Every time there's an ult used on someone, he denies it.
Oh, Earth Shatter, that grabs a lot of people. Where's the follow-up? They've got the Sunbear to keep him up, and Cloud9 tearing apart Conbox here.
You know who's the saddest person right now is Adam. He knows he didn't actually need to use that Soundbear. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I wish I didn't pop it.
Yeah, they could have really used it for this point, actually, but I don't think they knew they were going to catch that many people with the Earth
They
Shatter.
can't be too upset with how that went, though, I have to say. 3 minutes and 40 for this final push now.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Pretty solid.
On board with Gods as Cloud9 gets ready for this final push.
All right, right now, Conbox needs to regroup and group up as 6. Losing a lot of the Reinhardt shields already is Gamsu.
You know, ever since the control map, I just haven't seen Liz getting enough done on this Soldier 76 yet. He's pretty persistent with it, though.
Yeah, not going to switch the Reaper this time.
Yeah. For working that Reinhardt shield. Mendo looking for that good pulse bomb angle.
We could see a big bang attempt here as well with the pulse bomb available.
Certainly could.
Oh, this is the opportunity. There they go for it.
Yeah,
and
there's a big bang. Oh, Sound Barrier negated a lot of that damage.
Still, Rib gets 2. Surefour gets the third.
That's
exactly what they were looking for. Kind of predictable, but Conbox just wasn't ready, and they got, you know, just destroyed, annihilated. Yeah. And now 2 minutes and 40 on the clock. They might just be able to see this out with 2 minutes plus left on the clock.
Liz somehow escaped all that. He's got to be a hero here if they're going to stop it. Cloud9 has so much time in the time bank. Ooh, they've got the Earth Shatter ready to go, and they're going to use it. Conbox in trouble again. They do drop the Graviton Surge, and that prevents a few of them from dying, but not really a ton. Actually, they're fighting back here. Gamsu's still up. But with a Reinhardt and a Lucio, they need a bit more than that. Here comes Sleepy Bear now. Just giving Cloud9 a little bit of time to regroup, too.
Surefour is about to have another Graviton Surge, mind you, and he's got a lot of energy still, 54.
They are so close. He's got to get out of there. He doesn't want to die and get split up from the rest of his team.
They have another Pulse Bomb here in just a second, too, so we might see this once again, the repeat. Here we go, Surefour coming in.
Yeah.
Looking for the positioning here, and he's just going to go right into the backside here.
There
There's
it
the Pulse
is.
Bomb. Oh!
And
Two for two.
I would say that worked out pretty well.
And
Kills coming in, and Cloud9, we'll see if they can finish it. Yep, that should be enough. Sound barrier in celebration, and Cloud9 has about, what, a minute 30, I think, or so left on the time bank.
so much more efficient there. Too easy to execute big bangs there. The first one right in the open, you see a Zarya charge. Everyone's kind of grouped up, clumped up, no one to block. Seems predictable, yet Conbox didn't split. They weren't prepared. They were not able to zone the Zarya out or the Tracer because I think almost every person was caught there. The second one is just the save.
On that point, it is hard to spread out. It's just a very narrow corridor, so it's just kind of a prime location for that Graviton Surge to catch a lot of people.
I think everybody knows this. You know, Surefour is known a lot of the time for his hit scan, but I think he should also be vastly respected for his hero pool. You know, playing the hit scans, playing the Zarya, switching over some great Graviton Surges. And
Cloud9 is a team with a lot of versatility in their hero selection.
I'm just, that last point, I'm sold. I feel like this is just their map to win. And Conbox is really going to have to turn up. It looks like they want to run the exact same comp on the attack here as they had last time, with only a minute to run it. They really need to get the picks they were not able to get in the last attack. They need to have a run like Mendo did when Cloud9 ran a similar comp just earlier. They basically need to repeat that performance. If they can't do it, this looks like Cloud9's map.
Yep, so Conbox Spirit with 1 minute added to the time bank because they did finish their round in overtime. Cloud9 added a minute to theirs as well, so they're going to be up to 2:38 on their round. And we will see how far Conbox can push this. Here we go.
Okay, Winston jumping in already. Myunghoon looking for this. He's heal denied here and hooked, and that is a tough, problem here for them to deal with. See, Liz does get one kill here, but he's not able to get to the backlines as he'd like to, as Mendo survives here.
And Mendo on the Soldier 76 this time. Just trying to stay as sturdy as they can on top of Big Earls.
And they look pretty sturdy so far as Winston drops low and gets hooked. That probably won't happen on the new patch, but today
really got him.
still a good hook, yeah.
Well, they were ready for the dive this time, and in a way they really weren't the first time Conbox had offense. And look at this, down to 6 seconds already, nearly into overtime. Transcendence used by Conbox, but they need to get back on that payload, man.
Okay,
and
overtime here.
Yep. We'll see if they can push it. But remember, you don't get more time, even if you do take point A. Mendo with the tack visor, got the nano boost, looking for a lot, gets a lot. Primal Rage used by Gamsu, though.
Mendo dodges his D-Bolt, which is super important.
Oh, so close. They managed to start the overtime bar again, but it's dying so fast. Z9, Graviton Surge used, and that should be it. They can't get back to it, so really not a bad place for Cloud9 to push to on their offensive round. They've got 2:30 to take it about, what, like
80 meters?
4/5 of the way to the end of point A. Got to be feeling pretty confident about closing this one out 3-1 at this point.
82 to that first point is what Conbox got. Cloud9 has a larger time pool. I also feel like they run the same comp without Winston much better. And I'm really worried for Conbox. Conbox did already encounter this once. They can set up better, they can defend this better if Cloud9 runs the same comp. And just looking at what we're seeing already from Cloud9 on the attack, I mean, they could change this, but from what they've already shown here before we spawn, I think they're going to run the exact same.
Well, they really didn't seem to have any trouble with point A specifically last round, so if I were Conbox, I would be pretty concerned at this point.
This is it. If they do not prevent Cloud9 from getting to that push point, it's all over. 78.58 meters. If they get that, it's over, and this match will go in favor of Cloud9.
You know, I feel like Conbox certainly seems to have some talent, and we did see that come out on the control map. We saw some mechanical talent, certainly, but it seems like when it comes to the escort maps, the assault maps, that kind of thing, they lack confidence. You know, however the shot calling is being done on that team, people aren't telling people to hit the go button, you know?
I think that's well said, actually. It's just there's something missing. There's one hole, and it's a small hole, but it looks huge. You know, with how things have been going here. God's going to try to sneak around the backside to set up that disruption for Mendo to come in. Just going to poke for the time being. Actually nearly gets the kill there onto Liz, hurting him quite badly.
Oh, Conbox just diving in right away. God's getting Liz very low, and there's the kill, and this is not going well for Conbox already. That's a pretty distinctively won team fight by Cloud9 right off the bat.
Oh, and they have so much time left. 2 minutes to go.
Well, Conbox didn't really utilize the defensive positioning on top of the building there. They just jumped down, tried to fight it right away because the payload didn't need to move very far, but it really cost them.
Yeah, it feels like they were really concerned that they weren't going to be able to defend that point, and just decided to give it up right away. Big Earl's so important here. And Liz trying to do what he can here. Mendo's already on top of him.
Yeah, that's right. Puts the heels down. Oh, and there's a kill for Sleepy Bear. So that is one. Meanwhile, Gods picks up another with Genji. Kamsu flailing away, but I think the Conbox is in big trouble. The payload's almost there, man.
This is just Ultra Road, it looks like. Way too easy here for Cloud9. One big Earthshatter tried to stop this, but 2 kills already here.
Well,
Riv is nanoed.
Surefour stopped Myunghoon from being able to get back in the Diva suit, too, and that is it. Cloud9 will win this match